So we're just about to start part 2, bag 2. And there it is, saying section 2, bag 2, and that is what we're building, the Rickshaw. So let's get on with it. And here are the parts out of all the bags of part 2. We've got nice clear windshield, some whites as the normal, some more bits of clear glassified colours there, loads of red for the Rickshaw, absolutely loads and loads, some plates, a little bit of grey, some black, and some Technic pins, just a little bit. And somewhere, oh yes, I'm sure I missed them out, is some wheels. Away we go. So, same routine as before basically, but we've got one plate, some 6x2s, 2 of them goes underneath to fit on top. And then we get a little bit of sort of glimmering. We've got the 4 black grills, 1x2s, and then you just one strut. That's the way you go. We're ready now to start to build on top. So we've started to build up the cabin, the chair. You can see the actual framework, hopefully not too dull. Is that better lighting? Hopefully it is. Yeah, you can see the chair's better there. You can see the wheel arches for where the wheels will go, how it's built up at the back. Same again. I will flip it, you can see that that's where our wheels are going to connect. And our front of the car will come, or Rickshaw I should say, will be there. Now we're going to build up, so let's go. So we're just building up the front wheel to the Rickshaw, and it's a lovely little build actually. Just building it up so as you can see it inside. You can see the axis bar pushes through the wheel all the way through the other side, so for me being a little bit shaky. And a pin at the back there to hold everything together. I'm guessing that this, if I can just turn it over for you, this is where it's going to connect to the Rickshaw, I think. But I've showed you this because we're now about to build on top. So without further ado, let's get on with it. For me, although quite simple, it was a little bit difficult, and I'll explain. The steering column then attaches to this bottom piece that you've just made up, and it just clicks on that one stud. What I found was, because these 2 swingy bars on this axle are not actually connecting another way other than the 2 studs, when you push down to connect those 2, it brings those off. So basically you have a mini collapse. So I had about 2, or if not 3, maybe 4 attempts where, and in the end, once I got it down, I basically managed to get it down, then those 2 came off, them 2 things, clicked them back on, and now we're in the right place. But I just thought I'd mention it. For me, that little connection there was a doo-doo. Trials and tribulations. So after a bit, again, another good 5 minutes of fiddly, we have managed to get it in. Those black slopey plates on the bottom are there. The bottom of this section clicks into the bottom plate there to hold everything tight, and then we've just put a windscreen on the top. Is it clutch power or is it building technique? One or the other. It could be a bit more stable, but as it stands at the moment, it is in one piece. Let's get the roof on. The roof itself was quite an easy build. We had a 4x6, then we had a, it's not a 4x6, it's 4x10 I think. Then we had a 1x10, stuck them together, put on these big plates to hold, and then these 3 quite large slabs this side, other 3 quite large slabs this side, and it's done. So now it's just a matter of mounting to the Rickshaw. Wow, the roof is on, and that was a bit scary. actually getting them to sit right on the windscreen was a little bit of a push and shove. It was pushing things off a little bit. So basically we seated this back end to, if I can just turn it first, then got the one side in, pushed across, and then went down the other side as well. That was quite nerve-wracking because I thought it might just crumble into pieces, but it hasn't. It's still in one piece. And now we're ready for the final steps. So there you go. That is the completion of part 2, bag 2, and we have the Rickshaw in, or Rickshaw I should say, with stickers applied all together. And it was an okay build. I think it's a little bit flimsy in parts. It certainly is not a +6 set. I'll have a look at that in a moment for the final review. Back wheels just clicked on fine, no problems with that whatsoever. We have the stickers on where they should be, I hope, and looking okay, which I think they are. Got no problems with that. Nice little light at the front, steering wheel in there. All we have to do now is mount it, and then we're ready for the final review. So I just thought I'd show you before I mount it. Obviously it just clicks in the clear stud, and if I can do that, there is the piece that it clicks on too. Now I'm going to need 2 hands to do this, so I'm going to do it and then I will come back with the finished completed item.